ITBC, what's the deal? So I'm on boxingscene.com right now, and I've seen an interesting article here. I will leave it in the description box, and you can click on it and read it. Alexander Povetkin says Wilder's Klitschko tactics won't work. Maybe he's nervous. Povetkin is pretty much answering what Deontay Wilder a few days ago. I seen an article, I forget which website it was on, but I seen an article where Wilder said he's going to implement some of the Klitschko tactics in this fight with Povetkin. What those tactics are, use his jab, fight from range when he has to, use his length, and then when he gets close, grab, because that's what WLADIMIR did. He put his weight on him, so on and so forth. I know Vladimir Klitschko, I know on fight night, is usually about 20 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder really doesn't seem like the clinch type of guy. He rather, fight off his back foot. Him fighting off his back foot to stay away from you. To me, that's his plan B. His plan A is to, come forward, try to walk you down with the jab and land that big right hand. But his plan B is, fight off his back foot. He has a nice little check left hook that he likes to land, and he'll turn off of it. So Deontay Wilder's learning. He's getting a little bit better. People say, oh, he's getting hit. Yeah, it's the heavyweight division. You're going to get hit. The question is, when you get hit, what happens? And he's been upright every time he's got buzzed against Molina and Duhaupas. Even Spilka landed some little good shots. He stayed upright. You know what I mean? So, but my question is, what is Povetkin going to do? Let's say Deontay Wilder decides to clinch. Povetkin, I don't think he knows how to really deal with a guy that has the size advantage on him if they want to clinch him. Let me read a little quote from him in this article, and I'm going to go ahead and continue, okay? So he says, I was a different fighter during our fight with Klitschko. Now everything is different, and I'm ready to deal with the clinching in a different way. I have enough physical strength, okay? And there's been pictures of Povetkin, even from like last month, of him weight training and getting bulked up and doing what him and his team think he needs to do to get, physically strong for this fight to deal with Deontay Wilder if it comes to muscling with each other and they have to fight in a clinch. So he can add all the muscles he wants, fair enough. He knows a lot more than me about the sport. But I'm just breaking down what he does in his fights when he has to deal with somebody with length, with a jab, and if they decide to clinch him. Now, after the Klitschko fight, he fought Manuel Charr. Charr is not that much taller than Povetkin. He isn't really a rangy fighter. He decided when he got close to Povetkin, he'll just exchange with him. And then when he went back on his back foot, he just put his high guard up. So Povetkin really didn't have to deal with much of that style in that fight. Carlos Takam, very entertaining fight. If you guys haven't watched that fight, please go watch that fight. Very entertaining fight. Takam really not a clincher type. They didn't really clinch with each other. Takam chose the box a little bit. Then he fought Povetkin in the trenches. And that's when Povetkin caught him. So he didn't have to deal with clinching in that fight. Didn't have to deal with the size advantage. The Perez fight, he caught Perez in the first round. Didn't have to deal with it in that fight. Now, the Marius Walk fight, a fight that he won by TKO in the 12th round. Walk's a big, durable guy. Was he about 6'7"? Walk pretty much clinched him when he wanted to. Only thing in that fight is just Povetkin was just letting his hands go, and he was out landing Walk. But when Walk had him at distance, he was controlling him with the jab. But he was coming over the top of Walk's jab with his right hand, too. Walk started to get countered over that jab a little bit. But whenever they got close, Walk just grabbed him. I mean, Povetkin did land some good overhand rights. I mean, he landed some punches, some double left hooks. He landed some punches in the fight. But for the most part, when Walk wanted to grab him, he just grabbed him. And Povetkin didn't do anything in the clinch. Now, we can argue, hey, man, he had a big 6'7", 255-pound guy in front of him. Fair enough, but he didn't do anything. I'm just saying, he didn't do anything. And Walk, to me, is from the eye test, is a lesser fighter than Deontay Wilder as far as what they bring to the ring, in my opinion. Is Wilder stronger than Walk in the clinch? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe he's not. But to me, you know, again, what is Deontay Wilder going to take from the Klitschko fight? He could take something from the Walk fight and the Klitschko fight as far as keeping Povetkin at bay with your jab. You know, people like to say that Povetkin is a plotter. I don't think, I mean, sometimes he can plot around a little bit, but shit, man, when you're 6'2" and you're fighting guys that are 6'7", you know, 4 or 5 inches taller than you, sometimes you have to settle down. And even though he plods, I say he's a technical plotter. You know, I'll give him that. But sometimes guys have to readjust and figure out a different way to work their way on in the inside to get inside when you have a jab in front of you. You just don't want to just run in, because then you might run into a right hand. You know, so, but while he's trying to figure out a way to get inside, Wilder just keep that damn jab on him. And whenever he makes a move, just move back with him and keep a jab on him. And then eventually start land the 1-2, the jab, and then the straight right hand. Then Wilder has, like I said, that nice little check left hook that he likes to throw. And then he pivots off of it. So it's pretty athletic, Wilder. For a heavyweight, he has good reflexes for a heavyweight. For a guy his size, for those big super heavyweights, guys that are, you know, 6'7". He moves pretty fluid, you know. It might not look the way some of you would want it to look, but shit, he's pretty elusive for his size, in my opinion. But I don't know if Povetkin can really deal with clinching. I'm not saying Wilder is going to implement that, but Povetkin's the one that said he knows how to deal with clinching now. So I'm curious to see what he's learned at 36 years old that he hasn't learned already about dealing with a guy clinching you. To me, you can't teach size. I don't know what he's going to do. These guys are just, you know, either he's going to just let his hands go. If maybe that's going to be his game plan, just let his hands go. Maybe he's going to pivot and turn when a guy probably, you know, when Wilder tries to initiate a clinch. I'm not sure, but if Walk was able to clinch you, I'm pretty sure Wilder would be able to. It's just my opinion, though. What do I know? YTBC. I'm out.